Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Maitland February PC. I am Jackson. I'm joined by Landon. We are here for round 5.
Yeah. we we just finished. Was it? It was Riley and Janice. We just finished, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pr- pretty good players. You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've seen them around a few times. But next up, we're gonna have Braden versus Hunter. And let me first look at Hunter's team. He's running Golden Go. We don't see that as often as we used to, but you know, it still is a pretty good Pokemon to use. He has the Assault Vest Raging Bolt that we've been talking about several times. Incineroar, like we've been talking about. Urshifu Single Strike, Ogerpon, and of course, Tornadus. You know, he's there.
Yeah, I think most of these Mons we have seen before today.
Uh,
We've seen the Raging Bolt, we've seen the Urshifu, both of them. I think the only ones we haven't seen are Golden Go. I think the only one we haven't seen is
yeah,
this
we haven't seen
Go.
Golden Go, and it's with the Metal Coat.
Metal Coat,
to
Terra
boost,
Fairy.
to boost those Make It Rains, those Terra Fairies to, you know, get most
Just
neutral
survive.
resist stuff.
Yeah, it means you can take Urshifu pretty well.
Yeah. Definitely can take Urshifu really well, and that works really well against Braden's team because Braden actually has a Dark Urshifu.
And a Chiyu.
This is actually, I think this is almost exactly the same as well.
We have seen this team. We have seen these 6 before.
We've seen these 6 on stream, in very similar ways. Of like Fluttermane does not have Icy Wind like Roberts did from earlier on this stream. The Tornadus has Covert Cloak instead, like we were talking about. And this time the Tornadus benefits from the Covert Cloak more than it would Rocky Helmet because the Incineroar has Fake Out. Remember that? It's very good knowing in advance for both players so that you know who Fake Out can work on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this Golden Go is in an interesting spot because it's kind of necessary here to deal with this Fluttermane, but it's under threat by so much already. It's under threat from Chiyu and Urshifu, and if it Terras, it's under threat from Glimmera's Sludge Bomb. I think it's a volatile Pokemon, but it might be necessary to win this game.
Yep, and it's... But in general, though, Braden's team is very solid.
We've seen it win on stream before. We've seen it win on stream in 2 turns.
Yeah, we did. That we did. So, I mean, last time we saw it win so quickly, I mean, I'm almost worried that we might have an overly quick match again. Like, because last time we just did it so quick, it was one and done, and we're like, okay, all right, well,
Yeah, I mean,
nice being with you guys, but apparently we gotta go.
Yeah, no, we've got. I think it's a better matchup here because like we don't have like the Raging Bolt is the fact that the Raging Bolt is a Soul Vest and Terra Fairy means that again like nothing really threatens it like
Not too
that
much,
bad.
no.
It doesn't
Oh,
threaten
Braden waved at the camera.
Yeah, nothing. It doesn't threaten anything. The Raging Bolt is not under like immense amounts of threat, especially if you go Terra Fairy. Especially if you get a parting shot off into the Fluttermane, because that's I think its biggest problem.
Yep, it's Fluttermane's always a big problem. Let's be fair.
Yeah. We see the taunt on Hunter's Tornadus, which doesn't look like it'll come into effect too much unless it's the faster Tornadus. But Braden's Tornadus has Scary Face instead.
Scary Face is it's
secondary form of speed control.
It's definitely, yeah, it's a secondary form of speed control. It's a more niche pick. I wouldn't say niche. It's a good move to have. But it's just not seen as often because people prefer the speed control of Tailwind over Scary Face.
Well, this guy's got both.
Yeah, he does have both.
Yeah. So what this lets you do is this lets you still win in Tailwind mirrors. It lets you win those speed wars in Tailwind.
So I told Joe this last time. But whenever I use a Tornadus, I'm not gonna lie, I use max speed so I don't get taunted.
Yeah, no, I mean
I
that's
don't
fair.
like getting taunted. As a Tornadus lover myself, I don't like getting taunted. It's very unfortunate.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Tornadus is definitely an interesting one to try and play a mirror into because again, like one side has taunt, and I would assume it's the faster Tornadus at that point, just because of because it's got the taunt. It's probably trained faster than a Pokemon that does than a Tornadus that does not have taunt. But I think I think how they, because the Tornadus on Hunter's side has Rain Dance, which could be really important for slowing down this Chi-Yu, for potentially slowing down this Flutter Mane, but it
Yep.
also speeds up these Ogerpon Wellspring.
Yep.
There's one on both sides. They have identical movesets.
But you know, the EV spreads are unknown. So
Yeah.
obviously they're trained differently. But it just, all in all, it determines who pilots their Pokemon the best. In general, these are two very solid teams.
Absolutely.
I especially like Braden's. After seeing the success of Glamora today, I'm not gonna lie. I think
Not
I
gonna
might.
doubt it?
I think I might have to try it. It's just it's kind of good.
Yeah, let's not doubt the Glamora
That's
anymore.
fun. I never doubted the Glamora. I just never liked using it. But after seeing it today, I think I have to. I should try it out a bit more before I, say anything else.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, the coverage here is pretty good because after the meteor, the meteor beam can hit Tornadus, the sludge bombs can hit Goldengo if you can force a Terra, it can hit Raging Bolt if you force a Terra, hits Ogerpon, then Earth Power hits Raging Bolt and Incin and Goldengo. Like it threatens those three mons really, really badly.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but again, like Hunter doesn't have Hunter's got the Goldengo and the Ogerpon to try and deal with it. I think you would prefer to use the Goldengo if you can get away with it, just because the
Goldengo is
the
the
Goldengo
Goldengo here is definitely like a double-edged sword
Right.
on Hunter's side because it's definitely stronger against his team, but it's also weaker against certain aspects of his team.
Right. I say you'd rather use Goldengo just so you don't proc Toxic Spikes, or just so you don't proc Toxic.
Oh,
Debris.
absolutely, yep. And it looks like we're about to be getting into this first match, this first game of round 5, and we're gonna see the leads. And on Braden's side, we have Tornadus and Fluttermane, and on Hunter's side, we have the Raging Bolt and Incineroar. So the Incineroar can't use Fake Out on either of Braden's Pokemon, and Braden, he's honestly in a decent position. Just
Yeah,
let it rip. Special attack, booster special attack. Okay, different from the one we saw earlier. But he's honestly in a good position. Just let it rip with this Fluttermane. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. If he so chooses, just click the funny move button.
Click the win button. They do that.
Yep. Just click the funny move button.
Absolutely.
We're gonna see this Terra Fairy come out for the Fluttermane immediately. Just trying to get as much damage down as he possibly can, especially into this Raging Bolt, which, like we have stated, Braden does not have a great way through this Raging Bolt except for this Fluttermane.
Yep.
So here
and a tailwind. So
No switch.
no switch and no defensive Terra. So a Moonblast from the very beginning onto this Assault Vest.
Raging Bolt.
How much is that? Oh my gosh!
1 HP. Raging Bolt goes into this Tornadus, takes it out.
Takes it out. Wow. That's
a clutch survival.
What a
from Hunter.
beginning for Hunter.
Clutch
And
survival takes it.
how much is this Flare Blitz gonna do? Wow. Hold on.
Flare Blitz comes into the Fluttermane. It does a huge
It does a
damage.
huge chunk. At least the Fluttermane lives. Because if it didn't, that'd be super awkward.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep, Braden's going to bring in the Urshifu now, threatens the Sucker Punch pressure onto this Raging Bolt, and really prevents the Raging Bolt from clicking Thunderclap into Fluttermane and just picking it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this Fluttermane going for a Moonblast on the Incineroar. We're just curious on what Hunter goes for.
Yeah, Hunter's in a kind of a precarious spot because of that Raging Bolt. Like again, he did win that damage trade because he took the KO and he did a whole bunch of damage to this Fluttermane, but he's still he needs Tailwind to be gone, and he needs this Urshifu gone if this Raging Bolt's going to do anything, and Raging Bolt is not going to do anything because down it goes. I would assume it went for Thunderclap there, but I do not know. Here comes the Moonblast from the Fluttermane into this Incineroar slot.
It's going to do a lot of damage. No Assault Vest,
Ooh.
but it still survives.
Still hangs
Incineroar
on.
is a very bulky Pokemon.
Gonna take this. Not well, but it lives. Gonna Flare Blitz into the
onto the
Urshifu.
Urshifu. I honestly thought it was going to be on the Fluttermane.
Yeah, but breaks the sash. Probably has something in the. He might have something in the back that he's thinking about bringing in now.
I honestly think Braden's in a pretty solid position right now. Oh,
Ogre Fraud.
Ogre Fraud is coming in. All
Ogre
right.
Pawn comes in. Ogre Pawn can still Terra here. Hunter still has his Terra available. I think it might be for the best to just do it now to try and save yourself from this Terra Fairy Moonblasting Flutter Mane. Incineroar probably wants to get out of here so it can reset its Fake Out pressure, but it doesn't. There isn't like a clean switch here
Oh, not at all.
into the combination of both Urshifu and Flutter Mane. No switches. We do see the Terra come out for Hunter. I would assume this is the Ogre Pawn, and it is.
It is, okay.
It's going to see the Embody aspect.
Raising
plus-
that special defense.
Mhm.
Let's see how much this Dazzling Gleam does. The question is, does it take out this Incineroar?
It's close.
It does. It does. Okay. Let's see how much this. I think Braden pressed close combat on the Urshifu. Let's see how much it deals onto the Ogre Pawn.
And it still lives.
Wow!
Ogre Pawn lives.
Just barely. Hanging on.
Hunter has trained
by
his
a thread.
Pokemon well. Ivy Cudgel comes out into the Urshifu
Interesting.
and takes out the Urshifu.
Yeah, I
Again.
thought it was going to be
Yeah,
onto the
Flutter-
Flutter Mane, but
yeah.
you know.
both of
well,
these,
it
both
had-
of these both of these Pokemon down to the last two trainers.
Oh, I know Braden's Chiyu. Me and Braden have played against each other several times, and he loves Chiyu Flutter Mane. He loves them so much.
Yep, got the Chi-Yu out. It is a Sash Urshifu on Hunter's side, so we could just see just a straight Sucker Punch into the Flutter Mane and just take the and just have the Chi-Yu try and clean up this game. This Flutter Mane is in an interesting spot because it can protect, but if Hunter just goes for Wicked Blow, it just gets KO'd.
That's true.
But see here, this
Let's see
Urshifu
what
went
happens.
for Sucker Punch.
And that Sucker Punch is going to fail. Good play on
Heat Wave.
Braden's side.
Heat Wave
The
comes
Heat
out from
Wave-
Braden. Ogre Pawn goes down.
Wow, that's pretty good for Braden. Personally, I think Braden might have won.
I think Braden takes. I think
Braden takes those. I'm just saying.
unless there's like a bunch of Heat Wave misses or something.
Yeah.
But Tailwind's gone. Tailwind is gone, but I don't think that matters. Urshifu is the slowest mon on the field.
Yep. And so it really all comes down to if Heat Wave misses. If Heat Wave misses here,
No, battle was canceled.
nope. Okay. Well, we're not playing RNG.
Nah. Hunter loses that game one. Braden takes it. A good match from Braden. Flutter Chi-Yu showing its worth, showing why it is still a good archetype even so long after its release. We did not see the Glamora that game though.
We didn't, and I'm not gonna lie. After today, I'm a pretty big Glamora supporter. But Braden did pilot that Chi-Yu Flutter Mane very well. It is an archetype he loves using. I've noticed in the past. Both times I have faced Braden, he has used Chi-Yu Flutter.
Yep. I'm not totally surprised to not see the Golden Go, but I do think the Golden Go might be.
It definitely would have been helpful.
Yeah, because you
in
need
that
it,
situation.
because the Flutter Mane did so much into this team. I
Yep.
think you need Golden Go to try and take out this Flutter Mane, even
Yep.
if it does cost you your Terra, because the Flutter Mane did too much to you last game.
Yeah, it's that Flutter Mane, man. You know how it goes. Flutter
sure.
Mane, like I always say, it's just one of the best Pokemon in the meta right now, and I can't imagine like
The
you
day
not
Flutter Mane,
wanting to
if
use-
Flutter Mane falls out of the format, something has gone wrong.
Oh yeah, something has gone horribly wrong if Flutter Mane falls out. There must be an insane Steel type that just comes in.
Or maybe a whole bunch of Pokemon that learn Bullet Punch and are actually good.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, that would be nice. But we're getting into game 2 here between Hunter and Braden. Hunter is going to be sending out the Ogre Pawn and Raging Bolt, and Braden is going to be sending out the Tornadus Flutter Mane lead that he ran back from last game. Photosynthesis activating, booster special attack. Very similar situation to what we were in last game.
So now Brayden does know that his Moonblast is not one-hit KO, so he can use a different move, but it just he's got to wonder what should he use. What should he use?
Yeah. Again, no golden go yet. But still a risky option for sure. We
Absolutely.
we see the Terra come out. I think this is Hunter. I believe this is Hunter's Terra. Nope,
No,
Fluttermane.
this is Brayden's
Fluttermane.
Fluttermane.
Go on.
And so, you know, this Moonblast is going to do a lot of damage, just like usual. And so, let's see if Hunter did anything in retaliation.
Hunter
He
does
did.
Terra.
Is it on Raging Bolt, or is it on that Ogerpon?
It is the
It's on that
Bolt.
Raging Bolt to be neutral against those Moonblasts.
Yeah, gonna take it much better than it did that first game.
Oh, yeah.
Fluttermane goes for the Moonblast.
Moonblast. But
into
it's
the
not
Ogre
onto the
Pond.
Raging Bolt, it's onto the Ogerpon. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Ogre Pond hangs on. Ivy Cudgel comes out. How much does this do?
Whoa.
Just barely hangs on. Bleakwind Storm comes out, takes out the Ogre Pawn. Raging Bolts, not going to take that much. Crit on the Ogre Pawn. I really doubt that mattered.
I do too, man. I don't know. It's like
And Snarl comes
Snarl,
out, takes out this Fluttermane.
Take out the Fluttermane. Doesn't drop on Tornadus because of that Covert Cloak.
But it will take a little bit of chip, and that may end up mattering.
That may end up mattering in the end. Every bit of damage counts.
Yep. There is no Tailwind yet,
There is no Tailwind yet. That is right.
but it is very easy to set back up because there's no way Hunter has to stop it.
And we see the Incineroar coming in. The Incineroar getting its Intimidate on Pokemon that
Don't need it.
don't care.
Yeah,
Um,
they don't care. Yeah. We're going to, I would be surprised to not see a Tailwind here.
Yes, I definitely would be surprised not to see a Tailwind.
Here
A
comes
fake out onto the Fishy.
Into the Chi-Yu. Tornadus goes for the Tailwind. Chi-Yu not going to be able to move this turn. It will flinch. And this Raging Bolt is free to attack. Thunderbolt into the Chi-Yu slot.
How much damage?
That's a lot of damage.
That is a good sizable chunk. Now,
Bleakwind Storm. No, well, Brayden has that option to go for Bleakwind Storm. He has that option to attack again with this Chi-Yu, but the Thunderclap is putting on a lot of pressure here into
the
both of these
Thunderclap
plots.
is putting on a lot of pressure. I would be surprised if the Thunderclap does not KO the Chi-Yu. I would be surprised if he didn't use Thunderclap on the Chi-Yu because that's just a freak out.
Yeah. No
No Thunderclap
Overheat
at all.
comes
Wow.
out.
Overheat.
KOs.
One hit KO. Well, not one hit KO.
Yeah,
but
it had the chip, but it KOs this Raging Bolt. Terra coming back to bite him.
To be fair, I'd be surprised if a Choice Specs Chi-Yu with Overheat did not one hit KO.
Yeah, Bleakwind Storm does just less than 50%.
Not proccing that Citrus Berry.
Flare
Flare
Blitz,
Blitz.
that will proc the Citrus
That
Berry.
yeah, I will.
Chi-Yu goes down, but I think Chi-Yu might have done its job. Took out the Raging Bolt. Incineroar gonna fall into Citrus Berry range by the recoil and heal back up.
Now we're in a pretty even spot. We don't know the last Pokemon from either player. Well, there's the Urshifu.
Here's the Urshifu from Brayden.
But it all depends on what Hunter's last Pokemon is. If it is, who is Bob? Who is Bob? That's the
It is
question.
the Urshifu as
Oh, it's
well.
another Urshifu. All right, so Urshifu against Urshifu.
But Brayden has the Tailwind.
That is true. Tailwind is very important in this situation.
That might KO it.
That might KO a potential Sucker Punch and Bleakwind Storm to take out the other Urshifu.
Here comes the Sucker Punch. It does land. Bleakwind
Storm
connects them
does
both.
land, and it
First-
takes out
Takes out Urshifu.
good
on
old
Hunter's side.
Bob.
takes out the Urshifu on Hunter's side, and now it's Incineroar against the world. Knockoff into Urshifu does next to nothing.
That quad resistance. It's just, I think Brayden is in too good a position
Yeah,
to drop the game.
Incineroar can't protect, can't Terra. Urshifu is going to be doing too much damage, regardless of whether it Terras or not. Battle was canceled. Brayden takes it, keeps his top cut hopes alive as they both progress to 4-1.
He's looking at his Mimikyu in relief. Very proud. Great on Brayden. He's 4-1 right now. It's really just phenomenal how he's doing.
Yep.
He's a fairly new player to VGC, but he is he's definitely shown how good he is.
Yeah, both of them progressing to the win and in stage. If they win their next round, they will make it to top cut. And I think that this is just proving once again why these archetypes have stuck around for so long. We see the Fluttermane Chi-Yu, that's been around for a long time. We've seen this Raging Bolt as a new addition. We've seen Raging Bolt become a new addition to that. Both, at least onto Hunter's side, we see the Raging Bolt. We don't see it with Braden, but we see Braden has the Flutter Chi-Yu again. We've seen that before. We know why it's good.
Yeah, the Flutter Chi-Yu it's a great archetype. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but it's good. It's pretty good. Like it's one of the best archetypes for a reason. That Beads of Ruin on Chi-Yu is genuinely phenomenal. It's one of the reasons why I really want to use Shadow Rider Calyrex, because Shadow Rider Calyrex is insane. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, no, I guess I was surprised to not see the Glamora, because we were talking about it so much beforehand. Because like it hits the Golden Go, Raging Bolt, Instant, can hit the Ogre Pawn, but he proved he didn't need it.
Yeah, he didn't need it at all. Like it was, I wouldn't say a swift 2-0, but it was a very convincing win.
Yes, very convincing. That's the word to use.
So, in general, great job on Braden's side. Hunter played great as well, and he's been playing great so far today. Both of them are in a good spot. Like, Hunter still has a chance to make it into top cut if he wins this next game. His resistance is high enough.
Yeah, as is Braden. They're both at 4-1, so win and you're in, lose and it depends on your resistance.
Yeah.
Should be a fun last couple of games. Should be a fun last round of Swiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, going in. Yes, we go into this win and in round. How many people are on the win and in? Do we know? We do not have that information for you, but
I mean, in general, this is like this is like the heat of the moment for everybody, because like everyone's like, oh my gosh, I like one win away, one win. It's like your head is in the game. It's like when you're 6-2 on day one and you're like, I want to make day two. I want to make day two. I want to make day two.
Yeah.
You have to win that one. You can't lose. So you're just going in and like all things aside, this is the game that matters. Don't worry about top cut. Worry about that game.
Yep. We should have one player locked in for top cut at 5-0. But we do not have anyone else locked in. So there's a bunch of players still vying and fighting for that last slot, for those last slots in top cut.
Yep, and it's gonna be a fun one for sure.
Absolutely. We're gonna cut to a break now. Round 6 of Swiss coming up, and we'll see you guys on the other side.